Alright guys, how's everybody doing? It's Saturday, early evening. Sun's starting to set. I don't know, 6:30 or so. Anyway, I have reviewed, some things that I get from time to time, and some of them are pretty good, some of them are, crap. But, you're looking at the windshield there, the Audi. And remember, I showed you previously where Mr. I don't take care of my vehicles, had ran this thing without windshield wipers on it, blades. And it had scuffed in a, arc pattern, all the way up both sides of the windshield. Well, I was doing some checking, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to give this stuff a whirl. It's probably snake oil. This cerium oxide. This is 3.5 ounces. It was like 17 bucks. And I got, in addition to that, I got some of these griots polishing glass, 6-inch glass polishing pads. They were like 25 bucks. And I'm using my ever faithful Porter cable. Well, let me get in the picture here. Oh, there we go. Porter cable. Whatever this thing is. Variable speed random orbit polisher. 6-inch, model number 7424XP. I'm guessing these things are still available. Right there. Got the pad on. So, anyway, my main focus was to see if I could get those scuffs out. I mean, the rest of the windshield was not bad. I've been driving it around in the neighborhood here, making sure I've got all the bugs and stuff worked out of it. And those are the only part of the windshield that was noticeable. So, and of course it's right in your field of view. But, so if we start down here, get my finger here, right here, it arced up, okay? You're looking at this glass. And I'll tell you what, aside from right here where my finger is, because Audi, they make it so you can't lift these things up really good with the hood down. So it's kind of hard to reach there, but you can't see that spot anyway. Dude, I'm telling you, I don't see any of them scuffs. I'm actually impressed. Something like this has actually worked. Now it may do other stuff. I'm sure it'll take out some minor pitting and crap like that, but I'm impressed. And I did, I mixed this up. There, you can download a PDF for it. I'll put a link in the description for it. I forget, honestly, off the top of my head. It's like 0.44 ounces of water, and I think it was 1.75 ounces of the powder. You just mix it up, make a paste. Got a squirt bottle there. You want to clean your windshield. Make sure crap's off of it. And then go to town. I'm going to see. You're kind of on a slope here on the driveway. My driveway slopes down. See if I can get this thing to tip down, which is puzzling me at the moment. Anyway, we'll get you over here. We'll zoom you in a little bit. So we can go. This thing is not cooperating. I need to get a better stand than I think this thing was like 15 bucks on Amazon. Alright, so I think that's as good as I'm going to get. It's already flat. I can't go down. All I can do is go level. But basically, all you do, and I started out slow because I hadn't done this before. You just spread some of this stuff on your pad, and no water to begin with. And I'm going to just focus up in here. I mean, I'll hit the whole windshield. There is looks like a scrape farther up. I have no idea what that is from, but I'm just going to spoon some onto the center of this pad here. And I'm going to reach over there and get my water bottle before I forget it. It's just clear water. Whoa! You don't want that to happen. We still got stuff on here? Yeah, we did. All right, just put it down flat. I started out on like 3 because I wasn't that familiar with it. And I just went up. And you just start cutting the glass. The problem I found with doing 3 is it's going too slow. And it vibrates a lot. More so, I mean, it like bounces. So I'll put a little more pad on there. Hit it with a little bit of water. Then I'm gonna crank it up to 5. The faster you go, the better it is, easier it is to manage. And you just spread it all over. Now, once it starts to dry out a little bit, just spritz it with a little bit of water. Doesn't take much. And then have back at it. And I'm going to crank this thing up to 6. And you want to push down fairly hard. And since I got plenty of this stuff in here, I didn't know how much I was going to need. So I started with the smallest recommended amount. We'll give it a wipe here in a minute and see what kind of progress we're making. Okay, let me get my paper towel. And we'll take a gander. So it starts right here. And then arcs up. So if I'm looking at it from an angle here, I can still see it going, if you can see my finger, going up and over, but it's pretty faint now. So let's put some more stuff on here. Have at it again. what you can't see is how hard I'm pushing down. I'm actually pushing down pretty hard on that thing. I think I need to get some more paper towels. Hey, what I ought to get one of them microfiber towels instead of a paper towel. But, and I might, I'm looking at it from an angle, because that's the best way to see it. And let me bring you over. Okay, so right there where my finger is, hopefully it's focusing it and you can see it. I can't tell on the lens here. Still got a little bit of scratch right there, but, and I can see just a very faint scratch right up where my finger's going down. I don't know if it'll, I'm trying to find if it's seeing it or not. I have no idea. I can't see it in the camcorder screen. So I'll hit it a little bit more. Hey, besides, that's the passenger side. We don't care about the passenger side, right? Wish I could tip this camera down, but I can't. I can try to zoom in a little more, but... Alright, let's put a little more on our pad before we dry up. And like I said, I'm just focusing mainly on that. I mean, I'll go over the window some, but let's see if we can get this scratch out down here. Hey, I got a rag in there. Let me get a rag. It might be a little bit better than the paper towel. Still got that little bit of a scratch down there. That was actually fairly deep. Tell you, man. I'm impressed. I really am. Bring you back over here. Still got a little bit of a scratch right here, which honestly I'm not even gonna worry about it because that's too far down the window. You can't even see it. But I'm going up. I mean, I might be able to see just a hair. So I may hit it a little bit more. Let's hit it. I mean, I got more powder, more paste left. I don't think the stuff's going to keep too well, so. It'll probably just dry up. Of course, you can probably just rehydrate it. Okay, so let me see, right here. Get some of that on the edge of this pad. Then I get a little more adjust. And I guess I got it here, so I'm gonna see if I can get it to spread on right on this edge of this thing. I think I'm going to be more than satisfied with that. Now I just got to get all this stuff off the window. So let's get this crap out of the way, squirt down the window, and wipe it off. Don't want to short out the power tools. Now I had a scrubby. You know, you might want to, I'm not worried about the paint because I've got, as you've seen, issues with the paint, so I'll be buffing a lot of this anyway. But if you've got a car with nice paint, you might want to tape off, you know, parts of your roof, your A-pillars. Make sure I get all that stuff off my windshield wipers. I think old Project Farm, maybe he has done one. I haven't seen it. do a video on this stuff. I know he just did one on the black plastic stuff, which that Cerakote is by hands down works the best. My black Ridgeline I had bought in Florida, all the black plastic, I think it was a 2019, were so faded. And that stuff worked great. See this bunch. There's some over there. I don't know if that's a pit. Yeah, oh, there's a rock chip there. Which I need to find my stuff to fill that so it doesn't expand. So yeah, if you got little chips, like I do, the stuff will get, it will fill those rock chips. So be mindful of that. I think what I'm going to do is, I think I got a scrub brush over there. Yeah, I know. I could put full coverage on it and get a windshield. But in the meantime, I don't have full coverage on it. Just put liability on it until I make sure it runs and drives good. That's pretty good. Yeah, I got some rock chips here. Got a little crack there, so I need to get those. I mean, I suppose if you had at it for long enough, you can get those out, but like I said, my main focus was getting those scratches out, because when you drive at night, you get glare from oncoming cars. And if there's one thing I hate, it's glare from oncoming cars. I know the headlights work, but I haven't really drove this thing at night yet. Still got to do the headlights. I'm just going to use probably 1000 grit, buff them, sand them, and then I'll use my polishing compounds to buff them. And then I'll put some of that Griot's, I think it's Griot's, fancy stuff. Need a better squeegee. Okay. Now the test will be to drive it at night. Okay, so right here is the center of the windshield wiper. It came up and arced over, and I cannot see anything other than the reflection of the tree right there, and I'm looking at it at an angle. I did try to hit that spot there, but I'd have to work at it, and I'm not worried about it. So I'm not going to work at it. I think I may see just a hint, like right here. don't know if it's going to show up. I still have something here. I don't know what that is from. It ain't. Well, maybe it is from the windshield wiper. The outer edge. Yeah. There's one there. Well, let me get my finger. Haha. There's one right there. I don't know if it'll show up. But right where my finger is. It's very faint. So I may continue buffing that, but probably not. It's on the passenger side. So there you have it, guys. This took a whopping 26 minutes. I think it's almost a record video for me. No, the stuff does work good, and I suppose the longer you work at it, it'd be kind of nice to have a ladder, because you really can't. You're leaning over into the center of the windshield, and you kind of lose your leverage. Or sit on top of the hood. That would probably work the best. And just keep working it. The stuff does work really good, and it got those scratches out on the driver's side. I can't even see them. So anyway, I'll put a link in the description for these. And not a sponsor. I paid for this stuff, so one of these days maybe I will get some sponsors. Hint, hint. But hey, give me a thumbs up if you like this. Pass it on to somebody who has scratches in their window, and tell them to like me and subscribe. So anyway, have a good one. Till the next one. See ya.